No one else has it, I'm assuming, right? Refresh. Man, this one's really taking a while. Usually it takes a longer amount of time if it's a big opinion. I wouldn't expect a huge opinion. Golly Pete. Okay, it is not the final opinion of the day. The first opinion is from Justice Brett Kavanaugh. It is not TikTok, but it's not the final opinion of the day. This is in EMD Sales Inc. v. Carrera. Held that the preponderance of evidence standard applies when an employer seeks to demonstrate that an employee is exempt from a minimum wage and overtime pay provision of the FLSA. That's an important decision about overtime pay that we will talk about in a minute. I'm just going to go back to hitting refresh because it's not the final opinion of the day. I'm looking it up on the Supreme Court's website. If you go to supremecourt.gov and click opinions in the top left and then click opinions of the court, you can do the same thing I'm doing, just hit refresh. So the first opinion was Brett Kavanaugh, not TikTok, but it's not the final decision of the day. We're getting at least one more. And as I told you, the opinions are released in order of reverse seniority of the justices. So because we got an opinion from Justice Brett Kavanaugh, we know we won't be getting anything from Biden's appointee, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, and Justice Amy Coney Barrett. It is so cold. Okay. I'm just continuing to hit refresh on the court's website. Dang. For people who are just joining, it's 10:03. We got one opinion from the court. It's not the TikTok case, but we are getting at least one more decision from the court. It could be a stay. It could be a substantive decision. It could be TikTok. It could not be TikTok. This is the theater of Supreme Court opinions.
It's not up yet?
Not up yet.
Oh, man. Can't wait.
We're waiting. My hand might freeze before we get the opinion. Golly, I don't know. Hitting refresh. Usually when we have opinion days in January, it's not paired with an oral argument day, or it's not a potentially major one. So I don't have to be outside. So I can't say that I've done this outside in January too much. I've been lucky in that respect. It's boy. You guys let me know if it comes up for you. I'm still hitting refresh.
Okie dokie. Well,
it could be raining, you're right. It could definitely be worse. I've been out here for raining opinions. Holding an umbrella while hitting refresh while talking to you guys is its own challenge, but refresh. If you want to follow along, supremecourt.gov and scotusblog.com. Scotus blog, Amy's going to also walk you through the opinion. And then you can also listen to the live oral argument about a really important law that if it's allowed to stand, states will be allowed to ask you for your ID to verify your age in order to access adult content websites. There's a First Amendment challenge to that type of law. That's what's coming up immediately after the court does this. So right now, the justices are on the bench. Okay, it's a Royal Canin case, you guys. It is not the TikTok case. It is not the TikTok decision. It's Royal Canin USA. When a plaintiff amends her complaint to delete the federal law claims that enabled removal to federal court, leaving only state law claims behind, the federal court loses supplemental jurisdiction over the state claims, and the case must not be remanded to state court. Hey, Chris, I don't know if you can hear me, but it is not the TikTok decision. We do not have the TikTok decision. So that leaves us with a big question mark, guys. No, I do not anticipate it's going to come today. There are no more opinions. No more opinions from the court. All right, guys, so here's what's happening. We got two opinions from the justices. Neither one of those was the TikTok case. So, a couple of options. One, the justices could meet after oral argument today, make some sort of decision about an injunction or administrative stay. They could still be working on writing an opinion and write a decision that comes out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. The justices do give us a heads up generally when they release a decision. So I will be able to tell you the next day that there will be an opinion day. unless it's unless it's an order out of conference, and those come, we don't get a specific time when those come. If it's a stay, an administrative stay or an injunction or something like that, that could come potentially later today, but it could come at any time. The court has not given us any other opinion day this week. Of course, we know Sunday is the deadline. So either they're taking their time writing it. I will also say, I think the court is going to weigh in here, but a non-decision is also a decision, right? A non-decision is allowing the ban to take effect. But I think we will hear from the court before Sunday. So it's freezing. No TikTok decision today. 2 other decisions, which I will also tell you Supreme Court nerds about. I know all of you here because you care deeply about federal removal and supplemental jurisdiction of federal courts over state law claims. But otherwise, no TikTok decision today.